Stratix here with a look at combat in Pride of Taern, a browser-based MMO. Combat is kind of a hybrid real-time turn-based combat that's pretty interesting and unique in this game. If we look at this combat screen, in the top right we see our countdown between turns. Next to it we have presets, and down here is our defense and attacks. Up top we have defense for melee, in the middle is range, on the right is mental. Down here is our attacks. Now between all defenses and all attacks you can adjust a set number of AP. Right here you see above the ranged attack, mine is a total of 12. Between both defenses and your attacks. Now, what's interesting is you can change this on the fly. You can either use presets that you actually pre-customize out of combat, or set things up during combat. Now, this is great for party play and single player, because this is an MMO. You can be in a party, and you can have single or multiple enemies. So you can set up a pre-customized set of all melee, all ranged, all mental, or any mix of them. Now if you want to, you can skip combat, skip right to the next turn if you already have a preset made up and you just want to get through the game real fast. But if you want to kind of tweak for those games where you have to think on your toes, you have a little bit of time to do so. There is a percentage-based chance of hitting or missing based on the points you spend on your attacks, but also on your attributes as you level up your character and your enemy's attributes. So if we look at our skills, as you level your character, you're going to gain more points to spend on attacks to grow your character however you want. If you want more of a rogue type character, or a healer type character, or a warrior, or a ranger, you can do that. Here you can see I've opened up and spent some points raising something. I got my melee up to 4, my throw up to 2. At required levels you can gain even more to choose from. And then you can set these. You can configure your combat strategies, basically. So if I want my first one, you can see my first one is set up to be war cry and then 2 attacks. My second one is set up to be 3 ranged, just throws. So if I want to, I can play with 12 points and rearrange these. I have my melee defense pumped up all the way, but maybe I will be fighting some enemies that do both melee and ranged. So I want to kind of be careful. I want to have at least a little bit of a buffer there. And then I want to have a good chance, but not the best chance of using war cry. And so I can set that, save it, and then move on to a battle. Let's heal up a little bit. Now last time it wasn't saving these exactly the way I wanted them. So I just wanted to come back in, make sure, and save up. So now we're healed, let's try this again. Okay, now it's stuck. So now my preset, number 1, I don't have to wait for the clock, I'll just click to skip. So I hit him with fear, and I lowered his a chance to defend. I think that's what fear does. So that's basically what combat is like in Pride of Taern. It's very interesting. You can set your presets if you want. That way you can just hurry up and click through battles. Like if you're just doing regular questing and you're fighting the same enemies over and over and over, you can use those presets and quickly keep skipping through to speed up the battles. If you're in a boss fight, or you're fighting with a party of friends and you're fighting maybe a huge boss, or a group of enemies that are all mixing up their attacks on the fly, and you want to be able to adjust on the fly, you can do that as well. You can have a little bit of time each turn to kind of play and tweak your attack strategies. So that's a look at Pride of Taern. You can find Taern and play it yourself at taern.com, which is TAERN.com. And I'll be making other videos in the future for browser-based games and other games in general. So until next time, thanks for watching.